Whoa, whoa, whoa. This desk is a mess. God bless this mess. Okay, I don't feel like being on camera today. I'm all gross and bloated. Even my hands look weird in the camera. What the hell is going on? I think it's just the forced perspective of the whole thing. Hang on, this is a bad angle. So, end of the year, I wanted to, am I even in frame? Yes. Okay, end of the year, I wanted to upload something. What is this? Lens cleaner? But most of the things I could talk about, I'm gonna talk about in like an upcoming video, you know, reflecting on the videos I made and how the year went and all that. So, but I still wanted to upload something to keep the tradition alive. So I'm gonna show off some CDs I got this year while talking about some things, I guess. Seems like a good middle ground, all right? Gross. Chip Tanaka's Django. How am I holding this? Yeah, this album's cool. Chip Tanaka was involved with quite a few soundtracks that you might be familiar with. I'm really only familiar with his work through, I guess, the Game Boy camera, but I should double check that. This is a cool album. It's an import, so I have one of like these things on the side, and I like these, but I never know how to like preserve them. This just feels like tempting fate putting it in here, but it's stayed in there, so cool album to get. Glad I have it. I can recommend this one. It's God, you're so bad at describing music. This is why I didn't do any music reviews, because I'm bad at it. But super bloopy and blippy, but in a fun way. Makes me feel like I am this. Like, this image is very evocative of the emotion I get when listening to this album. Sweet. All right, here's The Contortionist, Language. It's a prog metal band. I think that's the word. And I feel like saying that will make prog metal heads come after me. I should have popped out the CD and chipped another one. Oh well. Yeah, I got this because I was on Bandcamp just looking at stuff. And for a digital download, it was like $10. But for the CD, it was like $5. You know, with shipping, you brought it up to like 10. So I was like, well, of course I'll get the CD then. Yeah, this is a good album. My favorite song off it is definitely Integration. It's a really cool sounding one. It's been a while since I've listened to the whole album front to back. So now that I have this, maybe I'll do that. Possibly. Probably. Most likely. Ween, Tevin, 12 in, what the hell? 12 Golden Country hits. Yeah, I felt like I should listen to more Ween this year. And this is maybe like the worst place to start. But it was like $2. I've only ever listened to like a handful of songs off this album. I still haven't like listened to it. But, you know, I know Ween is every weirdo's favorite band. And I just don't think I've ever been weird enough to get into Ween. But I saw this and was like, why not? You know, there's a few songs off here that I know I like. So there's that. And then with the Godzilla album featuring Puff Daddy. How relevant. Yeah, I got this. If you do not know what this album is, it's like a little, it's not to the soundtrack, I don't think. I've never seen this movie because I've never had any reason to watch this movie. But this soundtrack, this is how I got into Ben Folds 5, because the song Aaron here is like really pretty. I like it a lot. But if you have, I learned about this album because of the Green Day Brains to the Godzilla remix. If you've never heard that remix, but you know the song, you know the da-dun, da-dun, that one. This is such a funny, I don't want to give it away. I'll leave a link somewhere. It's one of the funniest things I've ever heard. But I'll use this moment to just talk about, I guess, myself a little bit. And like, you know, I said I don't have much to talk about in this video, but I will a little bit. This was an interesting year for me in terms of like making stuff and like, oh, this is like quite a, oh my gosh, this just keeps going. Dang. An interesting year in terms of like learning my process of making things. And I am going to use a lot of that in the following year because I I don't want to give too much away. What I'm about to talk about will make the basis of my New Year's resolution video and the MS Paint video. By the way, the inside of the Django disc looks like that. Such a great album. But I want to say it was like overall a good year for me. It was a pretty fulfilling year as far as like making things, even though I wanted to do more. And I think I will take the lessons I got from this year into more. Sorry, I should be on camera somewhat, but I'm flipping through albums. Real quick, this is not an album I got this year, but it's such an interest. I think I got it last year or the year before. It's such an interesting one. It's Very by the Pet Shop Boys. I should be saying the names of these albums. Doy. And like, I don't know if you're picking it up, but like, this is like plastic. Like, this is like popping out of the thing. It's a very unique case. I think I got this at Electric Fetus, maybe. I've listened to a little bit of it. It's decent. It's decent. The first song's like pretty good. Can You Forgive Her? Nothing on here I thought was like bad. Just didn't click super well. Anyways, I thought it was like a really good year. I just wanted to do more, which is always my case. But I really think I started to figure out how I operate. And that's the theme of next year. And I think I've set up a plan that'll make it work. Yeah. Thank you for watching. Anyone new that's watching, I'm always surprised by anyone watching my things. The fact that my niche videos get, and like they're not getting like crazy views, I know that, but they're getting like better views than I would expect them to get, you know? Anyways, so thank you. This is Silver Jews, Tanglewood Numbers. I saw this and was like, hey, Silver Jews, that's always a band I've been meaning to listen to. I know like this is not the most, like it's good, I've never heard bad things about this album. What are you doing? But it's like, you know, not the one. People talk about, I think, Purple Mountain or, you know, David Berman's last album. I've never looked at this. This is a vibe though. I did enjoy listening to this. It's got such a, I don't want to say dingy because that's not quite right, but a dingy adjacent. The album artwork feels very indicative of the sound you would get in this thing. Lots of strong lyrics, obviously. I shouldn't say obviously like everyone knows, but that's what I've heard the most praise about. And I'm a very dumb, that's not right. Yo, is that a, no, it's a squirrel. It was just a big ass squirrel outside. I thought it was like a cat or like a dog. Usually with music, lyrics are like the last thing that will click for me. Like if I listen to like a new song, usually like the guitar or the drums or the key or like everything else, like even the voice doesn't sound like words, but it's just the actual content of what the voice is saying will usually click last. This wasn't the case. This one clicked a little bit more immediately, and that's always an interesting experience for me. Yeah, about a boom, about a thing. This kid don't shut up. I also don't think, oh wait, yeah, this is Fountains of Wayne, Sky Full of Balls. I've not listened to this one yet, but I've always heard good things about Fountains of Wayne as like a power pop band that like deserves a little bit more credit than they get. And again, I saw this one on sale for like a pretty good price, and I was like, sure, I'll grab that. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I haven't listened to this one yet. I can't say anything about it. Pretty artwork. And then the last one I'm going to show off is Luna Flores, Flower of the Soul. It's signed because I got it at the show. You'll also notice, I think this is the only one that's not cracked because it's not used or anything been shipped. Actually, I've got a CD over like the mail. The mail. That sounds so old of you to say it like that. It's always cracked, so this is nice. This is a lovely little album. Really enjoyed it. Love the show. Definitely one of my favorite shows I've ever been to, I think. My only regret with this is that, like I asked her to sign it. It didn't cross my mind. And I really wish I would have taken out like the liner notes to have like, you know, these signed and not so much the jewel case, because this thing's likely to get cracked or scuffed or scratched. it was a rookie mistake on my end, but you know, this was a wonderful show. I think this show, as like a memory, as like a thing I did, might be like in the top 10 of things I did this year. It was a really good show. Really loved it. So yeah, that's I think that's all the little albums I wanted to show off. Thank you for watching things. I will have a more elaborate video next week. And I know when I say things like this comes out, this, it's always never happens. I blame my ADHD, but this is different. In terms of like the Minecraft video, I'd expect that maybe this week or next. It'll come. You'll see. I need your feedback in a video that's coming up or whatever. I don't know. I'm rambling. So Happy New Year. I'll see you later. You'll see me. I won't see you. You're hardly even seeing me right now. Look at that leaf. That one right there. It's kind of cool looking. Hang on. That's just a good looking leaf. Well, how do you like that? Both these ones are so leafy. I have not looked and really thought about it in a bit. Even this guy is leafy. Sorry, this is just turning into a plant video. Bye.